Cradle Filth is launching a line of tea. I'm used to tea having like a bear on it that's like getting into bed. Like that's usually what I want when I'm going for tea.
Yeah, you don't have enough goth friends in your life. We as a people like to just hang out with our cats and sip tea. It's a real thing. I know it sounds like I'm making that up, but I swear it's a phenomenon that really occurs.
This is the first band tea I've heard of. Has anyone heard of another one?
I haven't, but I say so. I had the good fortune of doing Cradle Filth's first ever U.S. tour in 2001, opening up for them. So we got to know them pretty well. They've had a lot of band changeover, but what makes this perfect is they and Danny specifically, they're unabashedly British, you know, and I think that's what's
my favorite kind of Brit.
Carcass is making a new record. That's it. That's all they just put that text out on all the social media.
Did you see that the Used are releasing a record called Heartwork?
No, are they? Oh no.
That's my contribution to this Carcass piece.
What?
Yeah. So maybe Carcass will like call their record like The Taste of Ink or something. I just said Jordan's Day.
I'm proud of you, man.
All right, I'm coming back.
formerly of the Dillinger Escape Plan, currently playing with Suicidal Tendencies. I guess technically no one's playing with anyone right now except behind the scenes. But Ben and I have known each other for 20 years. We grew up in Jersey doing shows in basements and tiny bars and garages.
I can say there's probably not many people who could attest to your hard work more than I can.
Oh, well, thank you. You're kind. But I wanted to know what you thought about this time period in terms of maybe what opportunities could lie outside of the normal band activities. Because I know you think that.
Well, for the first time in history, a band guy can get probably unemployment. That's exciting. Probably make more money than they ever make sitting in their parents' basement writing, bad Periphery riffs or something, whatever bands do now. So I think that's an opportunity.
Sustainable.
Have you tried to call unemployment? You can't do it.
I don't know. I don't, take advantage of the taxpayers like some other people. So I make a real living. I'm married to a doctor.
You're like the Ben Shapiro of metalcore.
No, that's your singer, bro.
So also Ozzy putting out another album, and he's putting together a global tattoo event.
I think it's cool. I always like stunts like this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for Ozzy, this has been a weird year. You find out he's been through a lot. Trinket tattoos, who doesn't want them?
I mean, and tattoos right now, hot topic, everyone's into that.
Totally.
So.
Tattoos and getting a Hot Topic tattoo?
Little known fact, we both worked for Hot Topic.
We were both managers.
Me too.
Oh!
Oh my God. How many shirts did you steal?
None, actually. 40% discount. Yeah. That is not manager attitude.
You would not have gotten the Skull Employee of the Month.
That's right.
I did once.
Ooh, I would have fired you.
Yeah, you should have. I stole a lot of shirts. Sorry, Park Meadows Mall.
I have to say, Jamie, I really hope that a lot of bands can learn from you, because I think having this DIY spirit and this creativity that we're seeing from you kind of shows that you guys are going to have what it takes to really cultivate your own live shows and have your own DIY thing and still be able to survive in the next step of whatever this may be.
No, for sure. First of all, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Second of all, respect. Don't anybody get twisted what I'm saying. Respect to all bands that are trying to do it. I don't think anyone's going in there with the intention of doing something that's not up to snuff. Everyone is taking a shot at this medium. And I think a lot of people are doing a great job at that shot. Do I think that's the way that it exists, doing it normally? Sorry, I was just waving a miniature knife around. That was on accident.
Are you threatening me?
Sorry, man. We apologize in advance.
I just realized, I was like, oh, no, but no.
Slipknot accidentally revealed the identity of the Tortilla Man. Oh no!
Gasp.
There's only one guy we don't know exactly who it is in that band now. Do you guys care?
I was so disappointed he hasn't like flipped tortillas on stage, that he hasn't like been cooking a quesadilla at some point on stage. I thought that was going to be, tortillas were going to be a lot more of his identity, and I feel like it's just been a superficial thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he works a food truck after the set.
That's what I'm saying, man. You know,
I would absolutely go to every Slipknot concert ever if it guaranteed I would get like a free enchilada.
Tortilla man, tortilla man, get your quesadilla from Slipknot. Viva Slipknot!
Olay. Everybody pick like a band that we should like raise up and praise from the new metal scene, and one that we can be like, goodbye. No, thank you.
It's totally fine. You know, I've made enough enemies. It's good, you know. All right, you know what? As far as on bands, I don't know. Like, I was saying earlier that, like, I was, like, asking my sister to jog my memory about all the terrible new metal bands that we've toured with and who were the worst ones. And literally for the next hour, she just kept texting me names and texting me names and texting me names. And there's a lot of them. So I'm just going to say any band that had a song or that says in a song, set it off, that's the worst.
Oh no, Madball! No! I love Madball so much.
Watch out. Don't get shanked in the streets.
Oh no.
There's a lot of them.
And the band, I'm going to just throw under the rug. This isn't a real, I don't have a real beef or anything, but we don't need a Breaking Benjamin. We don't need that. I remember, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a band. We're fine. We have other big shorts.
They're more radio rock than new metal.
Yeah, I've seen them open up for Godsmack. Oh, you know what? All right,
Godsmack. There you go.
Godsmack. There we go.
I like Godsmack. I really like that band.
Stand alone.
Well, here's the thing. Breaking Benjamin, the only time I really have seen them was opening up for Godsmack at a Korn show. And, you know, both of them. I don't need either of them.
You know what, to me, though, okay, I know we got to move on, but Godsmack to me is not new metal either. To me, they were just kind of like trying to do like an Alice in Chains thing and got lumped into new metal just because.
They named themselves after an Alice in Chains song, but their logo is a tribal tattoo. They are new metal, and there's nothing you do not have a straight, you do not have a landing strip beard if you're not in new metal. We're going to play a game called Slipknot Mask or Christmas Ornament. So our producer is going to show us some photos that are really zoomed in and cropped, and we're going to try to figure out whether it's the design of a Christmas ornament or the design of a Slipknot mask.
Oh, I'm going to do terrible at this. I can't wait. I'm going to say Christmas ornament because it looks red and silky, and maybe like there's some fur, like a Santa hat.
What part of that is it? We can't know, huh? Yeah. I don't know. I say Christmas ornament too. It looks like Christmas panties, right? Like,
yeah, right? Or like a messed up Santa hat.
And that's a little too white.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, there's not enough
I'm going Christmas
crannies.
ornament on this one. That's Joey Jordan. That's the old drummer. I didn't know it was all time.
Christmas ornament because it looks like it's got some type of glare, like it's glassy.
A plane landing.
Yeah. It looks like the constellations.
Johnny 5 at night. I'm going mask.
Yeah, mask. I'm gonna say mask. It looks like it could be.
Oh! Right.
What the hell is that? An elk?
A moose.
Reindeer.
A moose.
Oh.
A moose.
We apparently failed our animals.
Bullwinkle.
I don't know.
It's a moose with lips.
The Insane Clown Posse are basically putting a hit out on Davi Van. I don't know how to say this dude's name. He's a pedophile. I don't care. He's Juggalo Public Enemy #1 now. What do you think, guys?
He's like the personification of every MySpace profile in like 2005.
Hey man, this guy's a creep, and ICP is using their insanely huge fan base to call him out. So good for them. Like this dude. Let's cut his head off. Let's fucking cut his head off.
Take the job of the hit. You can probably make a lot of money right now. You can move out of your shed.
Hey, you know, this shed might not be climate controlled, but you know, I've slept in here quite a few times, and I've had a good time.
I think with Metallica, it's hard. There is the whole fact that after the first 4 albums, they don't have their key songwriters anymore. At least,
what are you talking about?
I agree. You're leaving
Dave Mustaine is credited on every single of the first 4 Metallica albums.
He's not.
First 3.
Like, dude, it's like a part. It's like there's a few songs like 4 Horsemen, and it's like a part here or there.
Well,
I don't know.
You can look at, if you open the album, it has his name. Like, he wrote like songs that are on.
I've been studying this exact topic for probably I'm not kidding, for like 5 years now. I've been obsessed with just how much of a role did Dave play in making Metallica what they were. Just how much of a role did Cliff play in making Metallica what they were. They've all admitted to the fact that Cliff showed them what guitar harmonies were.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't think anybody in Metallica has ever downplayed Cliff's role. I think that Dave's role has been downplayed, and I think it depends a lot on who you believe and to what degree you believe them. I think he has a lot more of an impact on Metallica's songwriting, and I'll even say Slayer's songwriting, because Carey was in Megadeth in '84, and then all of a sudden in '86 you got like Piece by Piece, which he was not writing riffs like that before he was jamming with Mustaine. Could be coincidence. So I think Dave Mustaine is an MVP of Metallica, the unsung hero there, and the unsung hero of the thrash movement. And he'll tell you the same thing. You know,
of course Dave will.
Of course he will. He helped create Metallica. He helped create that style of riff writing and that style of playing. He helped possibly push Kerry King's writing in a certain way, a little more progressive, a little more angular, and he's responsible for Megadeth. That's 3 of the big 4 that one guy has his fingers in all of.
All right, new releases. I'm excited. Body Count Carnivore is out. We got a whole new album, new song with Riley from Power Trip, Jamie Josta, Amy from Evanescence also.
I want to start this off by...
Yeah, pick up your notes, read them for the class, show and tell.
The very first song, the album starts with a scream. Mm-hmm. So Will Putney, producer extraordinaire, he wrote a lot of this album and he produced the album. I texted him and I was like, dude, who's screaming on the first song? That's sick. And he's like, it is a lion roar, an actual lion roaring. And I was like, that is amazing. So I just wanted to start at the top with that because it's sick.
Nikki Sixx claims that he is the most underrated bass player of all time. And that is a sentence that I don't know how to argue with. Like, I guess.
Well, if he's not, who is?
He's certainly the most overpaid bass player of all time.
Yeah. He gets a participation trophy for being a bassist, but all those other words, best, greatest, all time, don't know that he fills that void.
I know that he's the songwriter of the band, but I've never, I mean, maybe technically this does make him an underrated bass player because everybody knows that he is like the brains behind Motley Crue, but no one has ever talked about a Motley Crue bass line in their life.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's definitely true. He's not. He's probably rated exactly where he should be.
So we have an underrated hardcore vocalist here. Are there other hardcore or just singers of any genre? Do you have singers who you think are underrated?
Any women. But especially Courtney from Spirit Box. And from I Wrestled a Bear Once. Pretty much any women are going to get put into a position of either you don't sound enough like a woman or you sound too much like a woman and you're never going to please everybody.
Malika Sundaramurthy from Abnormality. I think she has an absolutely incredible voice. And that's another band, like when live music comes back, if they're playing, see them because they rip on stage.
I got one more shout out vocalist. That's cool. Reba from Code Orange.
Oh
Yeah. We got to talk about the new Chelsea Wolfe and Jess Gowrie project, Mrs. Piss.
I love the name. It's something like my current. It was Witch Taint for a while. It was my favorite name, and now I think Mrs. Piss is dethroned.
Love Piss Taints. That's Piss Taint is my band.
I was really surprised by the band name. It reminds me of our bass player. Our bass player, for a while, his social media tag was Senator Horsepiss. I don't know why, but when I saw Mrs. Piss, I thought it was Paulo's band. I thought it was my bass player's band, so I had to look it up. The music's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. I always love what Chelsea Wolfe does with her art. Sonically, it's not like black metal, but thematically, it reminds you of the darkness of black metal, just approached completely differently.
Pat Sheridan from Fit for an Autopsy went viral for doing a really nice thing for a woman on the side of the road.
You know, I think this is a great example of, again, like individual level action that what is seemingly just like being a good person, but like be a good person and being like conscious of the circumstances in which you are doing something selfless. And even by him just mentioning to her, like, look, I realized that if the cops came, they could, I don't remember the exact quote, but he was like, you know, they give you a hard time of it. Like that meant a lot to her. And in addition to the fact that he was being kind and getting gas for and everything. And like, that's the heavy metal I love, man. That's the kind of, you know, spirit of selflessness and community and inclusion that just, you know, makes me love this music. It makes me love the people that make this music. So hell yeah. Good on you, Pat.
So I think Werner Hertzog should get into Cannibal Corpse and perhaps even do a documentary about him. All right. Cause that dude is he's like intensely German and intensely intense. And I think, you know, he would understand this kind of level of extreme cohesion, and it would be fascinating to him. And imagine a Cannibal Corpse documentary with the Werner Herzog like voiceover, you know, just like as he sits there, corpse grinder, massaging his swollen neck from a night of 2-hour head banging. It is not just only an addiction, but it is an affliction. You know, I could picture this.
That was beautiful.
A study saying that metal fans are more likely to have sex in cars than any other music fan. Do you agree?
Hell yeah.
I mean, only going from like my experience, I think from like high school to college.
Only in a car.
Every
years. You got nowhere else. Yeah, you got nowhere else to go. Yeah.
Yeah. No, the seat goes back. Like whatever.
Front of the car or the back of the car?
Back of the car. Back of the car.
Unless it's a bench seat.
What
Hand
kind of
in
car
mouth.
is a bench seat? I know a lot of guys with hot rods. I don't know. I can't.
Hot rods?
Do you not know my life? Florida's college.
Do you know how many car shows I've been to?